What if the universe you live in is just the inside of a black hole? Think about it. Our universe is expanding faster and faster, almost like it's trapped in something bigger. Then there's dark energy, this invisible force no one can explain. And when scientists add up the total mass of the universe, it matches almost perfectly with what a black hole of this size should weigh. So if that's true, then every black hole we see out there might not be an ending. It might be the birth of another universe. When you were a kid, you were probably told the universe was endless, the biggest thing there could ever be. That idea feels safe, complete. But what if it isn't? What if everything you've ever known, your life, our galaxy, the entire night sky, is just one tiny pocket inside something far stranger? Because when scientists studied the universe, they started finding clues that didn't make sense. Clues that suggest reality isn't infinite at all, but sealed inside something else. And if that's true, then black holes may not just be cosmic monsters. They may be the birthplaces of universes, including ours. Every black hole starts as a star, not the kind we see twinkling in the night sky, but giants. Stars so massive, they burn hotter and faster than anything we could imagine. For millions of years, they fight a quiet battle. Their nuclear fire pushes outward. Their gravity pulls inward, and the two forces hold each other in check. But every fire burns out, eventually. And when the fuel is gone, gravity finally takes over. In less than a second, the star collapses. It shrinks from something bigger than our entire solar system to something smaller than a city. What's left behind is the most extreme object in the universe, a black hole. From the outside, it looks like an executioner. Anything that drifts too close, gas, stars, even light itself, vanishes past an invisible edge called the event horizon. Cross it, and you're erased from our universe forever. At least, that's what we used to think, because when scientists looked closer, the story inside didn't seem like death at all. Inside, space doesn't just stop. It stretches, bends, and grows, almost like the beginning of something else, which makes you wonder, what if black holes aren't the end of the story, but the beginning of universes of their own? For decades, scientists pictured the universe like a great pendulum. It swung outward at the Big Bang, and one day, gravity would slow it down and pull everything back together in a cosmic collapse. But then, astronomers peered deeper into the sky and found something unsettling. Distant galaxies weren't slowing down, they were racing away, and the farther they were, the faster they fled. It was undeniable. Space itself was stretching. Imagine dots on a balloon. As the balloon swells, every dot drifts farther from every other dot. That's our universe. Only there's a twist. The balloon isn't inflating at a steady pace. It's accelerating, as if some hidden hand were pulling it apart, faster and faster. That discovery shattered expectations. If gravity is the ultimate glue, then the universe should be slowing down. Instead, it looked like something much stronger was at work, and here's where things get eerie. According to Einstein's equations, the interior of a black hole doesn't just collapse into a dead end. Space and time switch roles. What looks like collapse from the outside can feel like expansion on the inside. In fact, the equations predict a region that grows rapidly, endlessly, just like the universe we live in. So the question becomes, if the universe is being stretched open, what's fueling it? What's that mysterious force strong enough to overpower gravity itself? That question leads us straight into one of the biggest puzzles in science: dark energy. When scientists realized the universe was expanding faster and faster, they were stunned. It was as if the cosmos itself had slammed on the gas pedal. Nothing in their equations explained it. So they gave the cause a placeholder name: dark energy. That name sounds powerful, almost sinister, but the truth is, it was chosen because no one knew what else to call it. Dark, because it can't be seen. Energy, because it's doing work, stretching the universe wider and wider. And here's the jaw-dropping part. Dark energy isn't some fringe detail. It makes up nearly 70% of everything in existence. Think about that. Almost 3/4 of the universe. Not stars, not planets, not galaxies, not even dark matter, but this invisible pressure we still can't explain. It doesn't glow like the sun. It doesn't gather into clusters like galaxies. It doesn't interact with matter in any way we've been able to measure. Yet somehow, it's the single most important force shaping the fate of the cosmos. Scientists have tried to make sense of it. Some theories suggest it's vacuum energy, the energy of empty space itself, constantly pushing outward. Others tie it to Einstein's cosmological constant, a number he once introduced to keep the universe stable, then later called his biggest blunder. Now it turns out that blunder might describe the very thing driving the universe's acceleration. But the deeper you look, the stranger it gets. Because dark energy doesn't feel like something inside the universe at all. It behaves more like something acting on the universe, pressing on it from beyond. Imagine a balloon swelling not because of the air inside it, but because of pressure being applied from the outside. That's how the effect of dark energy feels. And here's where the black hole theory comes back in. If our universe is the interior of a black hole, then what we call dark energy might not be a mystery inside our cosmos. It could be a clue from the outside, the fingerprints of the larger universe beyond our horizon, a force leaking in, stretching our space, accelerating our time, all because we're caught inside something else's. Gravity. Well, some cosmologists even suggest that every black hole might contain its own universe, each one with its own version of dark energy, inherited from the conditions of the larger universe that birthed it. If that's true, then our own accelerating expansion might just be the echo of a bigger universe's physics imprinted on us. So dark energy might not just be an unsolved puzzle. It could be the best evidence we've ever had that our universe isn't the whole story, that the cosmos we see is only one layer, and what lies beyond our black hole is another universe entirely. And that leads to an even stranger realization. If the outside world is pushing on ours, then maybe, just maybe, the universes inside our black holes are already feeling the same push from us. Here's the clue that feels almost too perfect. Physicists calculated the mass of everything we can see: galaxies, stars, gas, even the faintest light, and compared it to what a black hole of our universe's size should weigh. The numbers came out shockingly close. It's the kind of coincidence that makes scientists uneasy, because if the universe weighs almost exactly what a black hole should, maybe it isn't just acting like one. Maybe it actually is one. If this is true, then reality isn't the wide open expanse we thought it was. Everything we know, every galaxy, every star, even us, is sealed inside the horizon of a larger black hole. That changes how we see everything. Our universe stops being infinite. It becomes a bubble with walls we can never cross. No telescope, no theory, no discovery will ever show us what lies beyond. And that raises haunting questions. What universe gave birth to us? What kind of cosmos exists outside our own? And if we'll never see past the edge, then how much of reality will remain forever hidden? If black holes can give birth to universes, then everything changes. Think about what that means for the black holes in our own sky. Each one might be more than just a cosmic drain. Each one could be a seed, a gateway to a new reality, sealed off from us by an event horizon, but expanding on the inside, just like our own universe does. And if that's true, then maybe the universe we live in wasn't a random accident. Maybe it was shaped by the physics of the black hole that created it, the size of that black hole, the way it formed, even the conditions in the larger universe it came from. All of that could leave fingerprints on the laws of physics we live under today. Some scientists have even suggested that this could explain why our universe seems so perfectly balanced for life. The speed of light, the strength of gravity, the behavior of atoms, they all feel tuned in a way that allows stars to burn, planets to form, and living things to exist. If universes are born from black holes, then each one might come with its own set of physical laws. Most wouldn't work, but the few that do keep expanding and keep producing black holes of their own would carry on the cycle. In that view, universes don't just exist, they evolve. The ones with the right conditions survive, the ones without simply collapse. And we may be here because our universe is one of the lucky few that made it. So when you look at a black hole, you might not just be staring at destruction. You could be looking at creation, each one a cosmic womb, each one the start of a new universe, each one carrying the possibility of new stars, new galaxies, and maybe even new versions of us. Picture the last chapter of our sun. Its light flickers out, the planets are gone, and silence fills the void. From our side, it looks like death, the final end of everything familiar. But on the inside of that collapse, a spark ignites. A universe begins. Its own space, its own time, expanding beyond an event horizon we'll never see. One day, on some distant world, a sky full of stars will shine, and to the beings who look up at it, their universe will feel endless, just as ours does now, never knowing it was born from the ashes of a star that once warmed Earth. That's the staggering thought. Every ending we fear might be someone else's beginning. Every black hole in the sky could be carrying a future we'll never witness. Universes branching from ours, just as ours may have branched from another. So, what do you think? Are we really living inside a black hole, or is it just coincidence?